Hello, how are you, my good people? I hope you're well. I welcome you back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the subscription, the like, and the comments. So, today we are going to discuss about online learning. What are the disadvantages of online learning? So, uh, most of us I know after COVID, we embraced the online learning, which is a good thing. It's very convenient. It's something that you can do at the comfort of your house. It's something that you can do at the comfort of your office where you are sitting. You just have to open your laptop and you're in class and boom, you're learning, which is a good thing. So this video, I'm going to discuss about online learning in this way. Let's think about this. Your child went to a boarding school, and then after high school, they didn't go to a physical class, that is university or college. So they spent their 4 years, first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, depending with the course they are doing at home. So they spent the 4 years or the 5 years at home doing online learning. So most of the kids after graduation, they find it so hard even to maneuver in the streets of Nairobi or the streets of Kenya because they're used to staying alone, just doing their own business. They don't have that social capital. They don't know how to express themselves. They're used to mom and dad and maybe a sister here or a brother there, and that's all. They lock themselves in the room. So on Sunday, when you go to church, after service, carry your kids, enter your car, home. Monday to Friday, maybe you're at work, even as parents. So your child is just alone in the house, waiting for the classes to start, doing his own things or her own things. So online learning, it's good. It's very convenient. It's something that we really do embrace. When you're doing online learning, you'll not pay transport to go to school and back. I will not maybe have that lunch. So you will eat what is at home because you're at home. So what I say is it is good to do online learning, but I don't advise to go straight after Form 4 to an online course. You can do online when you are upgrading, like maybe you did your certificate or diploma, now you are doing your degree, or you did your degree, and now you are doing your master's or PhD. At least at this point, you are able to negotiate with people, you are able to interact with people. But after Form 4 and then you go for your 4 years online learning, how will you even have that circle of people who you network together? You don't know anyone, you only know your classmates that maybe you have never met, just talk online. And most of us, or some of us, we find it so easy to chat via phone. But when you are in a one on one communication, it becomes a challenge. So I always say that it is good to do online. It is a good thing, it is costly, it is convenient. But ask yourself after the 4 years or after the 3 years, how do you go around facing the world? How do you go to apply for jobs here and there? How do you know this is what works? Because most of the time you find that what you learned in school and kwa ground, which is different. Like the theory part that you learned in school and the practical part, they're two different things. So you find it so hard when you did your online and then now you are coming and facing the world, facing the streets, and you find that things are different. When you're in campus, you interact with different people, you share ideas. The physical setting, when you're taking your lunch, you are grabbing your coffee, you're with your friend here and there, you discuss some things, you see how people behave, you learn so many things from the environment. You learn that there are times that you can go to school and there's no water. So what do you do? The times that you go to the Kibandaski, there's no food. How do you maneuver around? And your friend will be like, because there's no food here, what do we do? Let's go and buy some snacks here and there. Let's do this and that. So you find that you are able to maneuver through life. If you walk into an office where you find that things are not as easy as you thought, you'll be able to maneuver because you're used to campus life, you're used to college life. That this one will not be like a hindrance or a mountain in your life. But when you focus on online learning from high school, you start university, you're doing online, you're from a boarding school, maybe a girls' school or a boys' school, umemaliza, you don't even interact with people, you are there doing your online, and then now you're looking for a job. The streets will become so difficult for you because you have not maneuvered around, you have not interacted with people. It's always about you. So when you go where people are so many, a crowd of people, and you're being told to address them, you don't have the confidence because you're used to two people, you and your mom, you and your dad, or you and your sibling and your father. So three, four people. And here you're being told to address the mass. So online learning can take away our confidence because what we are used to for 4 years, for 3 years, for 2 years, for 6 years, and now we are meeting a crowd of people, we'll have that fear, we'll have that doubt, we'll not be able to express ourselves because we are used to a very small number of people. So as a parent, I will always encourage us that it is good to do online, but balance. Let your child have a balanced life. Let your child know how things go around. Let your child know the marketplace, how things are being handled at the marketplace, what happens in the streets. Let your child mingle with other kids. Let your child go out there and just have a conversation and a discussion with other kids. Don't be like, I don't want you to go and have bad friends outside there. I don't want you to go outside there because we'll have bad friends, because we'll do this and this. And then you expect this child to go and look for a job outside there, where he or she doesn't know anyone, where he or she doesn't know how to relate with people, where this child doesn't have a good teamwork. Because we build teamwork from school, from campus, from college. That's why we build a teamwork. You cannot say my child has a good teamwork because he has been staying with me and the father and the sister for so many times and he's a good person or she's a good person. Life is not the way people think. When you're in school, you feel like, yeah, I'll be done, I'll graduate, I'll have a job, I'll have a good family, I'll do this and that. And then after graduation, things are different. And then you find it so hard, like you're like, yo, I didn't see this coming. And that's how, or that's why most people they do things they didn't study in school. That tells me and you that the things we learned in school are different from what is happening in the streets. Now it will be so harder for someone who has been doing online. They have not interacted with anyone. They don't know that this and this is being done this place. They don't know if you want to do this, you can reach out to this person and this person. They don't even have friends. It is so sad, like, technology is good, we embrace technology. But have you ever walked to a room and people are so quiet, everyone is on their phone? You walk into a matatu, public transport, you're sitting next to someone and you're looking for a job, and this person is looking for someone to employ, but you cannot connect because you don't communicate. You have your earphones, you're listening to your music, he or she is doing their own stuff. So lack of this communication, lack of social capital, lack of people interacting, technology has come to make people, for lack of a better word, isolated. So if you're not careful, technology will isolate you. In this way also, you find that you're celebrating your birthday. No one will come physically to tell you happy birthday, but you have a lot of e-cakes in your Facebook, on your WhatsApp, on your Instagram, on your whatever social media account that you have, but you're so lonely. So you find that people are celebrating you, but you're so lonely. People are celebrating you, they're telling you, we thank God for this. It's good to celebrate others, but deep down you're dying. You're so isolated. So even the online learning isolates us. You find that you can't even relate. You feel like the world is a new thing after you are done with your studies. Yani, it's like you're coming out of something. Then you're like, hey, so we are here. Where do we start? So you find it so difficult than that person who did their physical classes. Again, you can do online. Maybe you can do physical first year, second year, and then third and fourth you do online. I mean, just balance it so that you don't find yourself struggling in the streets. Just learn the two lives, the physical learning and the online learning if need be, so that you interact with people, so that you know how things work, so that you know that even as I study, I can still do some business here and there. You can see it from your classmate what they are doing, and you are like, because so and so is selling this, how do you sell this? What do you do after class? Where do you go? You go somewhere, you have fun with your friends in a good way, you learn one or two things. But now, Monday to Friday, you're in the house. When you don't have classes, you're on TikTok. You're on YouTube alone, you're on WhatsApp alone. Sunday, you're in church. After service, don't even have that 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or even 5 minutes just to say hi and to talk to your peer, to find how they are doing. You're rushing home. So technology has come as a blessing, I would say, but nowadays it's becoming something different if not used carefully. So I always say that balance life. The person you are sitting next to that you are not talking to might be your destiny helper. The person you are sitting next to that you're not talking to might be the person that you are looking for. Must be. Maybe sometimes I wonder, let's say you have gone to an office and then you're being told the person you're looking for is not in today. And then you board a matatu, and then that person that you went looking for, they're sitting next to you because you don't know each other. But the fact that you're not talking, you're not having a conversation, you're busy with your phone, they're busy with their phone, you'll miss out. And then tomorrow you go back, they tell you she's not in, he's not in. And then this comes this day where you meet this person, you're like, I you look familiar. And they're like, yeah, I even knew you look familiar. And then you start to remember, where did I see you? Where did we see each other? And then you remember you saw this person in a matatu, in a public transport. But you didn't even talk to this person. You didn't even say hi. So technology is good. It has made our work so easy. You just press your phone, you have your money from the bank. Just press your phone, you have ordered food. Just press your phone, you pay bills. Just press your phone, you do this and that. Even those days, like we didn't have Lipa and M-Pesa or paying via phone. You'll even start a conversation with someone, or help me with some change here, or I've come to withdraw some money. How are you doing? How is life? Here and there. But nowadays, you can literally sit at home and do your transactions. Like you can sit in the house from Monday to Monday and do everything. Everything is running, which is good. But how is your social capital? How do you relate with people? Do you have time for people? Because truth be told, a time will come that we need physical interaction. That you need that friend to be there sitting like next to you. That you need that person to be there physically. I know sometimes you say, oh, I don't need anyone. Oh, I'm with my phone. My phone is my bae. My phone is everything as long as I have my phone. So you can even spend like a week without seeing anyone. But you're good as long as you have our phones. So online learning, it's a good thing, but the disadvantage is the streets are different. Kwa ground vitu ni different. So make sure you balance life. Don't say I don't want issues. I don't want to relate with people. Maybe I don't have many things. I just want to have my life. I just want to focus on myself. It's about self-care. Self-care is good, but I think some of us we exaggerate the self-care. Some of us we make it to be a big deal. We make it like to look like something that is so good, so precious that you don't need any other person. It's about self-care, it's about self-love. Let's just balance life. Self-care is good. Time alone is good. Personally, there are days I just want to be alone. I just want to meditate. I just want to reflect back about my life. I just want to do some audits about my life. Where am I? What am I doing? This year I wanted to do this. What am I doing differently? What can I change? Just a time alone. Very healthy. But it should not be a routine that every time you want to be alone. And that is why you have a lot of cases of suicide. Because people are lonely. Yes, people are lonely. I'll do a video about adulthood, a place of loneliness, because we feel like I can do everything on my own. So, as a parent, as a student, at least don't see it as if it is a burden to commute to school. Just see it this way. You will meet good people, you will meet friends who will help you. And one guy said that the reason why people take their kids to expensive schools, sometimes it is not because of learning per se, but of importance is relationship. The people they relate with in that school, the people they meet in that school, those are the guys that they will work in our office and be like, we school together. They'll work in these big offices and they're like, yeah, we know each other, we school together. They'll find themselves in good places because, again, the school they met. So sometimes it is not about wasting money to pay that good school that you can afford. Yes, that you can afford. Not because of peer pressure, that you can afford. It is because of the relationship that kids create there. It is because of the relationship they build. So don't see it as a burden like paying transport every day to go to school. I can just read at home. I will be here. I don't have to wake up in the morning. I don't have to be rained on. I don't have to be arguing with Makanga. I don't have to be calling a Uber every day. I don't want to be wasting that fuel every day. See it as something that is a gift that one day will help you in one way or another. That one day you'll have that social capital that you'll be able to maneuver around. So, is online learning a bad thing? No. Is online learning something we should avoid completely? No. What I'm saying is, the disadvantages is that after the 4 years you have spent alone, who will hold your hand? Who will show you the way? How will you maneuver life? How will you have that life skill to balance in the streets? How will you communicate? How will you stand in front of people and give your speech? How will you be a leader when you didn't interact with anyone for 4 years? How will you lead that team when you don't know how to have that good teamwork? How will you work together? How will you build good friendship outside here? Meaningful relationship if you spent your 4 years indoors just doing online learning, it's you and your computer. So online learning is not a bad thing, but it's something that we should do in moderation. The same way we are using our phones, it is something we should do in moderation. So that when it is family time, you talk to your children, you talk to your spouse, when it is time to go to jog or to do something, when it is time to relax, so that you don't enter into a room and you find that the husband is sleeping this side with his phone, the wife in the kitchen chatting with the phone, the son and the daughter different bedrooms chatting with their phones. Don't even have time to communicate with each other. Don't even have time to ask someone, how was your day? How are you feeling today? Did you meet any challenge today? How can we support you? What's your plan for tomorrow? What have you learned differently today? Just catching up as a family. What are you planning to do next week? This and this and this. How can we support you? Like just that's a conversation, that's a small meeting, the family meeting every day, maybe after supper. Do you do that in your home? It's very important. But nowadays, technology, people are busy on TikTok, people are busy doing their own stuff, people are busy watching things that don't even help them. And as we say, the same way computer works is the same way our mind works. Garbage in, garbage out. What do you spend your time watching? Even if now you feel like I have a phone and I need to watch, what do you spend your time watching? Because those are the things that will feed your brain. What do you spend your time doing? Because those are the things that will impact our lives negatively or positively tomorrow. So even if you're using your phone, even if you're using technology, what garbage are you putting in your brain? What are you watching and how will that help you? Sometimes you find someone watching, I'm not saying it is bad, but you just watch people dancing on TikTok the whole day. At the end of the day, ask yourself, how will that help you in life? Some people, they go watch about financial literacy. Some are watching me like you. They want to know more about how can I maneuver life. They want to learn more about marriage. They want to learn more about relationship. They want to learn more about this and that. Some are even watching other people who are doing some things like cooking, like people who are doing cosmetic and all that. So whatever you watch, ask yourself, how will it help you in future? So thank you so much. As I've said, embrace technology. Let's embrace technology, but let's have balance. Don't focus on technology alone and isolate yourself. Balance between having that online learning and also creating good relationship outside here. At the end of the day, we need one another. Bye bye.